This is the Apollo 15 lander. They're about to blast off home. The stage prop, or the lander, has been put on uneven ground, so it's slightly tilting to the left. We're going to see this thing blast off. In my opinion, what you see is a distractional little party popper type explosion. And then you see the pod that leaves it, the bottom of it, the moment it leaves the lander, the bottom of that pod that they're in supposedly levels out, i.e. goes horizontal. It levels out. Rather than travel in the same direction it's facing, it levels out instantly. I would have thought the rocket went in a straight direction and continued, but it levels out instantly. And I'm going to show you what I think's going on in a second here, but let's just look at the footage. Levels out and then it glides off to the left. Let's just
Automatic.
Glides off to the left, okay, in relation to where it is now. Okay. Let's just come back here. Again, this thing will, you'll get the party popper distractional explosion. The bottom of it will level out and it'll glide off to the left, okay? Let's watch again. You see, already it's leveling out here. Totally leveled out and gliding off to the left, okay?
Automatic.
And once more.
99 Pro. Liftoff. Automatic.
Now I'm going to show you what I think's going on here. Right, just to show you what I mean regarding that craft taking off from the moon. I would have thought when it took off from its position on the uneven ground, tilting to the left as we look at it, it would just go like that in a straight line. Okay? Straight line, in line with its landing gear. What actually happens is it corrects itself the moment it engages. You get this little distractional explosion, and then you see it exactly what you see when you pick something up that's on uneven ground. It centers up immediately. Watch the bottom. This is exactly what happens with that craft as it leaves the landing gear. It levels straight out from the angle. As soon as the weight's engaged, levels out. And again, weight's engaged, levels out. Weight's engaged, levels out. Once more, weight's engaged and it levels out. What you also see is it just slightly glides off to the left. Now it could be one of two things. It could be either a crane that's centered up over the top, and because it's on uneven ground, which was their downfall, props department put it on an uneven ground, trying to make it look like the rough terrain of the moon. They didn't think of the practicality of the hoax, because quite clearly they're not using a rocket. And like I said, when you pick something up on uneven ground, when you pick stuff up, you center up over the middle, but when it's on even ground, the bottom will be out of sync with the top. So you'll pick it up and it'll kick out slightly, just like we see. Watch as the weight engages, levels out and kicks out slightly. That's what we see. Now I think it could either be one of two things. A crane lifting it and it kicks out because it's on uneven ground, or it's a balloon that's tethered, that's off centre to give it the impression it's going up. But of course they can't hide the fact that it levels out the moment the tether is cut, and of course the weight of the prop is engaged. So it'll go up and then it just glides off to the left. So that's what I think is happening with regards to that.